Hello, hello. Oh my God, this is such a weird view, isn't it? I've had to bypass my normal channels because it just won't work. So this is completely new. I don't know how it's going to go. It is windy and I couldn't connect with my hotspot or my... so if you're here, then I don't know, give me a yell. Otherwise, I'm just going to do my best. And this is a little bit what the, sorry, it's freaking me out. All right, this is a little bit what the vibe is like right now too. It's pretty fucking toxic, pretty hectic. All right, we've got that full moon tomorrow in Aries, and Mars is, the Sun and Mars are not doing anything. All right, so same with the moon. The full moon's at 2:47 tomorrow, but there's no, hi Annalise, all right, I can see someone's there. Nice to see you. I can see that tomorrow, all right, so we've got the full moon, but that's it. They're not making any other connections, all right? There's no connection till after 4:30 when it starts to talk to Chiron, all right? So this is just for tomorrow. The full moon, the ruling planet not talking to anyone, the sun not talking to anyone except for the moon. They're not, like tomorrow, this is single-minded focus, all right? And it's quite, oh, maybe that's working. You're just going to have to help me, guys. Oh, look, it's my class. Hello, Helen. Oh, you guys are freaking awesome. All right, I'm just doing my best, guys. All right, so I'll just be quick today. All right, the moon is in Aries at 3:48. Good morning, Amy. All right, so we've got the Pisces moon right now, and it is coming up to conjunct Saturn. All right, so think, you know, there's the planning, discipline, steady progress. All right, this is the subconscious work that we're doing. Saturn in Pisces is trying to restructure our internal narrative. All right, so this can be very tricky. Good morning, Louise. All right, so so again, the moon doesn't move until after 3:48 p.m. Obviously, that's not Queensland because it's daylight savings time now, so I'm not sure whether that's, I don't know which way that goes. Sorry, Sean. All right, so the moon. The moon is currently in conjunct Mercury, all right? So there is tension. There is adjustment required. This is two situations that are not seeing eye to eye, and something deliberate needs to be done about it, all right? You cannot, with an in conjunct, you have to actually do something about it, all right? Good morning, Jen. All right, so the moon is conjunct Saturn at 11:30. There may be some weighty, responsible feelings around at this time, like I've got a job to do, or that's my responsibility, or because of where we're at in the sky, you could be looking back at your own experience and figuring out where this sense of I must, I should came from. All right, so there's a lot of fuckery in the air right now. All right, so at 4:30, so that's once the moon moves into Aries, it is going to be conjunct Neptune. Another aspect here that we're thinking about our spirituality, our escapist tendencies, our beliefs, what we believe in. Is it worthy of us giving it our energy? Mars, all right? And then between 12 and 6, we've got this sextile aspect. This is from the moon to both Uranus and Pluto, okay? So a sextile is an opportunity, if you choose to take it, to change your mindset about something, Uranus in Gemini, and or transform your future into something that you can have as more of an authentic goal, Pluto in Aquarius, all right? So, you know, when that moon moves into Aries, we become very independent. We, you know, we can be a little bit aggressive or arrogant, or, you know, just more determined and going to get that job done, all right? So think before you speak today, because things are going to be unsettled. So just focus on what you can control and watch out for foot in mouth disease, all right? This is while the moon is in Pisces, obviously, because Pisces rules the feet. The afternoon may have you biting your tongue rather than watching your foot. Okay, so when the afternoon, when the moon moves into Aries, which is rules the head, we still need to be watching out for those words. Now, I do know that I amended those words from what I wrote yesterday, so please just have a look at the at what I've said, because there's a little bit more I just cannot remember right this second. So all right, so again, the sun's not doing anything. The reason why we need to be careful of these harsh words, or even the fact that, you know, maybe it's time to tell some truth. All right, what is your truth? What is your interpretation of what happened? What is your perspective to a situation that needs to be vocalized and spoken to certain people? All right, so again, what these words can be used as weapons. All right, this is more relevant tomorrow when the moon moves into Scorpio. However, we still do have a Mars-ruled moon, and Mars is doing his own thing. He can have biting barbs at any time. You know, if he is a wounded warrior, because, you know, because there's a lot of Chiron around as well, then, you know, he might react first, think later. Okay, so just be careful of that one. All right, so Uranus, the word factor is in conjunct, Mercury is in conjunct Uranus, in conjunct Neptune, and square Pluto. All right, so, you know, there's a lot of harsh, really tender, biting, potentially wounding aspects around, because, again, deliberate action is required, and the harsh truth, that Pluto aspect that is all over the place. I mean, look, you know, the moon sextile Pluto is positive because it's giving you an opportunity, all right? But Mercury square Pluto is, this is the honest truth, buddy, all right? This is where I stop. This is my line in the sand, and you shall not cross, all right? So watch for those experiences. Now, Venus is sextile Jupiter, and that should be rather quite nice. But with the weight of everything else in the air, this might just be your ability to stand back and contemplate. Thank you. And just you know, keep a passive look on your face. I was going to say watch the resting bitch face, but you know, for those of us that cannot control our facial expressions, and they express things quite authentically when you are not aware of those facial features, you know, maybe just keeping a neutral face because you are wise to what your face could trigger in other people. Maybe consider, I mean, you know, and Venus is also opposing Saturn. All right, now this Venus, like on Saturday evening, we had Venus conjunct the South Node. All right, and I think once she's now moving on from that, she is wise to her environment, all right? She can see what needs to be cleaned up. She's now continuing on her journey past that South Node, and she has only her necessities, all right? I'm visualizing her right now with, you know, the stick and the little fabric package on the back of the stick, all right? She's realized what are the necessities to life. All right, there's a whole lot of material stuff out there that might be nice to have, but it's not a necessity. All right, so we're looking at what is you know, what are the things that you actually need versus the things that you want. All right, so so there's a lot. There is a lot, guys. So and look, and if you're lucky enough to not be in this, then amazing. If you are watching this, then support as much as you can. But again, you know, this is a time where this Aries full moon, the individual I versus we, you know, I need to do what is right for me versus what is good for us. You know, maybe you have a situation where you know the us is good and it's the I that needs to be really worked on this time. Aries full moon, Mars as a singleton, all right? He is contemplating his life, okay? He's seeing everything for what is going on. And like I said, the sun's not, this is for tomorrow. Sun's not making any connections. Mercury is doing all of the adjustment, all right, with that Uranus pleading with you to change your mindset, with Pluto challenging you to draw a line in the sand and say this is where it stops, and Neptune asking you to look at what you actually believe and what you're willing to give your energy to make life valuable or, you know, meaningful, Neptune. Okay, do I want to, yeah, you know what, this seems to be working good enough. I'm just, you know, I was like, we've got the Scorpio cards out today because that's how much I feel like it's relevant. It's interesting that, you know, the tech has been very sketchy, and like I said, I couldn't even jump on this morning, so this is why I'm doing it through my phone, hoping that it will come out in a way that is useful. This one. Soulmate. Oh, I like that because, you know, maybe you are the one watching your soulmate go through something. You know, we cannot be responsible for other people's growth, all right? Whether that is a parent, a child, a lover, you know, your workmates. You are only solely responsible for yourself. You can support people. You can encourage people, but you cannot do their growth for them. All right, so this is card number 14. All right. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. You are not ready to accept, if you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You'll be drawn like a magnet and feel immense sense of familiarity. If you have known them before, like you have known them before, your capacity to love will increase dramatically and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart the same way a soulmate can. It is important to know that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware of what we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. So, you know, I don't know. I cannot question the wisdom of the cards. You know, if that was for you, then amazing. Or like I said, if you are watching your soulmate go through something, all you can do is support them or leave them alone. You know, and that's okay too. You know, it's such a thing to want to nurture and fix, especially somebody that has got that intense mothering nature. Sometimes mothering requires people learn their own lesson. All right, just be standing by with the Dettol and Band-Aids. I don't know, but yeah. So I hope everybody has a supportive day. You know, allow time to ponder. You know, withdrawal is completely normal and absolutely necessary. So just remember that foot in mouth up until 3:47, and then after that, just maybe, you know, don't bite your tongue so hard that it bleeds. So take care, people. Mwah, and I will see you tomorrow morning.